Okay, I've been thinking a lot lately, and I find it so weird when I'm in my bed and I'm doom scrolling on my phone. I'm watching YouTube, or I'm actually like watching some peak like Avatar: The Last Airbender, or I don't know, some crazy anime. And I think my mind will drift off and I'll be like, dang, dude, I feel good right now. I feel like I could do anything. And it feels like my dreams start to flow. And I'm like, man, why am I not like producing cinema like content? Why am I not editing my videos like crazy? Why am I not feeling brave when I'm out in the real world and like striving towards things I actually care about? Like, I feel like I can do it. When I'm here, I'm comfortable in a room, on my devices. I feel comfortable and safe, and I feel like I can actually do anything. But then it's so weird because out in the real world, just a whole nother a flood of emotions and feelings come in, and it's like I'm anxious. I'm now worried about what people think of me, or I'm just like, it just feels different. It feels way different than when I'm isolated or by myself or just like in my own comfort space. And I'm like, what would happen if I could flip that? Like, genuinely, what would happen if I would feel like invincible out in the real world, feel free to express myself fully, feel brave and confident to go do things, and imagine if I was completely alone, uh, if I were to do those things. And then what happens when I'm alone in this comfortable space, and maybe nothing changes, and I'm just like chilling, and it just feeling safe and free and open the whole time. And I thought genuinely, like, what, like, it's your own internal battle. Like, why aren't we able to do these things? I was at the gym. This was actually a while ago, like a couple months ago, and I was sitting on a bench, and tons of people around me, whatever. And I was like, you know what? Like, I was sitting on a bench press, just sitting upright, and I was like, oh, like I want to stretch my back. And I was like, oh, but it's gonna look so weird. It's gonna look sus low key because I'm gonna like bend forward, my legs are forward and all it like weird. And I was like, you know what? I thought to myself, if I was in this gym completely alone, and I used to go to the gym, apartment gyms late at night where I would be the only one in the gym, that was the best ever. It felt so free. I'd low key like take my shirt off and flex in the mirror and stuff because no one was there. I didn't care because no one was there. Bars. And so and that day at the gym, I was like, you know what? I was getting embarrassed. I was like, why? Like, I don't want to do this. But I was like, you know what? No one is here. I'm just going to stretch a little. And it's going to look a little weird, but it's not like my intention is to stretch. And guess what? No one cares. Like, at the end of the day, no one really cares about that type of stuff. And like, I felt more open. I felt more expressive. Like, I felt more comfortable in myself. I was like, yeah, like, this is what I would do if no one was here. Another day at the gym, there was a heavy bag at the gym I would go to, and I was like, somebody was hitting the heavy bag. I was low key waiting for them to get off, and I was like, dang, bro, this dude was taking forever low key. But to be fair, there's only one heavy bag, and I let bro get a workout in. And so I was stretching and everything, and I was low key practicing a handstand, and that feels weird to do in a public gym because I'm like, I'm not trying to show off. I'm genuinely trying to practice because once I get it, then I could show off. But like, I was like, well, I want to hit this heavy bag when he's done, but I actually don't even have any equipment with me. I'm just gonna be kicking it and punching it raw. And I was like, oh, well, what people think? Like, people think like it's gonna look weird, or if I'm practicing kicks, I'm not the best at it, so it's gonna look weird and all this. But I was like, if I was in here by myself, I would be like dancing with the heavy bag and like elbowing it, kneeing it, flying knee, like hugging it and stuff, like bowing to it for being my opponent, all of this stuff, slapping it and stuff, dapping it up, whatever. And it's like why do we stop ourselves from expressing ourselves? And there's a difference between expression and like impulsiveness, like I don't know what you call it, like like Gunnar Impulse or something. Like that's different. But what I'm talking about is like just genuine like oh like childlike expression. That's the best way to put it. If you were a kid, this is what you would do. So why do we stop ourselves? Is it really that weird to like if you eat a bite of food and you feel like dancing or something, like are we that afraid to be like in public doing that stuff? And I don't mean that dude on Instagram that goes like pretends he's Japanese and goes like itadakimasu oishii desu and like says all this stuff while dancing on a table or something. If you know, you know. But like what I mean is like what have we come to a point where we're so conformed in a way where these self expressions are judged and shamed and are inducing fear upon individuals? It's weird because I was at a hotel I was staying at, and on a balcony view, I saw just a little girl with her parents, and she was like eating ice cream, and she was literally like hitting a dance and shit, and I was like, damn, that looks so freeing. Like, why don't more people do that? And so I thought, I know the title of this video talks about feeling behind in life. And for retrospect, I'm 20, or not for retrospect, for context, I'm 26. I'm here in Kyoto, Japan right now in my hotel room. Um, I'm trying to explore like, what I can offer in this world. I have opportunity to take these trips. I've been saving a lot of money basically. And I basically like, yeah, I'm like, what am I doing with my life type of thing. What can I do for people in this life? And why is it so, I feel so behind, but in my head, I feel like I can do so much more. And not even in an expectation way, an external way where people tell me what to do, but it's like I genuinely internally know I can do so much more. But it's like, what is with these feelings of like, I feel safe, comfortable, expressive here alone. But when I'm outside, when all of a sudden when there's other people and I'm not in my element, my own environment, why is it so much more difficult? I find it, for me personally, I'm good at moving my body. When it comes to martial arts or sports, I feel so confident and comfortable. And it's like I can talk to anybody when I'm in that zone. I can like express myself freely. If I'm playing volleyball, I'll randomly be like, I don't know, trying to do like handstands and stuff, or just like throwing elbows and punches and kicks, or just like hitting dance moves because I don't care. I feel confident and comfortable. But it's like in a whole nother environment that can switch. And you may have noticed that for yourself too. It's like maybe it's a certain person you're around that makes you feel like you're tight or you're locked up or you're insecure. It's like why does that happen? And so I was sitting here thinking that, and I'm like, I need to share this. I don't know how helpful this is, honestly, but like, I feel like this relates to being behind in life because, at least feeling behind, because it feels like I've been unable to express for so long, and that lack of expression, that feeling of insecurity or unsafeness or danger or fear to express has led to a growth stunt. And truly, I think that there are smart individuals who are successful externally, or successful materially, I should say is a better word. And I feel like they feel this too. They have different problems though. And so, to the people I'm speaking to that are feeling behind and they feel this emotionally stuntedness, or maybe that's not the best way to put it, but just they feel bogged down by lack of expression or lack of freedom or feeling of security, then maybe that's a reason why we're behind. And we need to find our own space to express that out. And maybe we feel behind because the spaces that we are put in do not allow us to express ourselves. An example, I tried to work an office job twice, and it took me 2 times to realize I cannot, it's just not for me. It's a place, it's an environment, when I'm in it, I get shut down. I get stressed. I get bored. I have nothing like I'm working towards in an office job. I'm not supporting a family right now. I'm blessed to have my basic necessities met. And so it's like then when you are met with, when you have what you need, you're just surviving basically. But when your heart desires more, not to get all like gushy, but like genuinely, like, we feel trapped. And so maybe we are meant for a different type of career. We're meant for something different that lets us express ourselves, express our talents, because maybe we're not good at, sitting in an office all day, crunching numbers, talking to people on the phone, doing meetings, whatever. And there's people that are built for that, and that's like awesome for them. But we live in a place where that type of work is worshipped or valued, and people with different talents aren't as valued because we don't produce things that seemingly are valuable. And coming from a capitalist country, it's hard to see that people are valued for being able to produce products and services, and then people who feel this feeling that I'm feeling, they want to cover it up with consumerism, either through food or material goods, or worse things like drugs and alcohol. And so it's weird because whenever you fight that feeling of wanting to consume and being like, take a step back and being like, hey, like, what's going on here? Then you're met with like so much awareness, and you're like, oh shoot, like, I low-key wish I didn't do that, because I could have just been in love with Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z and just forget about everything. But becoming so aware has made me be like, oh shoot, bro, like what's going on here? We desire more. And for some people, they just delay that feeling up into a certain age, and they have a midlife crisis when they're like, what am I doing? I'm working a dead-end job, or I'm working a job I don't like, or I'm doing things I don't like, I'm living a life I don't enjoy. And then they realize they need to change. And for us, at least a lot of my generation and Gen Z, we start to realize this earlier because we're exposed by so much stuff on the internet. I think it's low-key triggering awareness, and it's being like, okay, I'm seeing the potential of my life. I'm seeing people who do different things, and I'm being told to walk this traditional path. No wonder I feel behind in life, because I'm told to do a path that does not align with me. And so I'm here on a journey right now. I've been in Japan for about 3 weeks. I'm gonna stay for who knows how much longer, until they probably kick me out legally. And then I'm gonna go to China. I'm gonna go train and use my body, because you know what? At the very least, I figured out I'm good with my body. And so maybe my purpose or where I can serve other people aligns with that. I really like making YouTube videos, but honestly, I don't know. This is the type of videos I'm able to make lately, to be honest. Mentally, this is the best I can do for now. So thank y'all who are watching. I appreciate everybody who watches these. It kind of boggles my mind that hundreds of people watch this channel. I have over 1,000 subscribers, which is so crazy to me. And I don't know, it's always been my dream to make YouTube videos. It's been my dream to make videos showing off things I love, But like, I guess I love these ideas, so I want to share it with y'all. Maybe, I mean, yeah, today I got these two, just to pivot the video real quick. I got these two Daruma dolls, and they're this like little dude who has something to do with Zen Buddhism. Not to get religious, but I thought the concept was cool. Basically, he has one eye that's filled and one eye that's empty, and you're supposed to set a goal, and one eye remains empty until you achieve that goal and you fill it in. So they're just basically little like goal setters, and I got two. Um, anyways, not to get off topic, but yeah, if y'all are feeling behind, maybe in a nutshell, it's because we feel safe in certain environments and unsafe in others, and maybe we're not aligned in our place where we're meant to be. And I really hope that y'all who are stuck in a position you don't want to be in, or you're not meant to be in, or that are enduring hardship in the meantime, I really hope you're able to find what you're made to do. I suggest in your best, in your free time, any space you can find or create, to explore. Go explore, reflect, reflect on your life, and be like, what are things that genuinely like push me towards what I enjoy. I found it's moving my body, but for you it might be something entirely different. It might be like poetry or creating art, or it might be a different type of office work or whatever. But I know what it's like being in a place you don't want to be in for for me a long period of time. But so those who are enduring, continue. Read Berserk if you want to know what suffering is like, and continued suffering and persisting through suffering. Read Berserk. Shout out to Guts. Anyways, that's all for y'all today. Thank you so much for reaching this far. I'm grateful for all my subscribers. Yeah, sorry for not uploading consistently. Anyways, goodbye.